Young Felipe, never been concerned about the he say, she say. Look at my bigger can you see it's my B-day. Every day, all day, but I do not eat cake and I do not see hate.
Hello and welcome to the R14 Podcast, episode 4 with Tucker and Gigs. Once again, thanks for everyone for watching. Again, like last week, thanks for everyone that watched last week, shared it, subscribed, everything. Massive thanks to everyone who followed the new page over on our Instagram, the R14 Podcast. Anyone that hasn't, head over and follow now. There's a giveaway going on there with our good friends at Chief Vintage Clothing, and the winner will be announced in 2 weeks' time. So get on that if you can. This week we kind of just left it up to the followers to send us in questions and ask us and send us in stories, so that's what we're going with. We also have a chat/interview with Gav Mc at the end of the podcast for you to look forward to too. So we'll just jump straight in.
Well, we don't, you do. I wasn't on it. just in case you're looking forward to seeing me with Gav Mc, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you're not going to see Gav. It's just two just ugly munters, me and Gav, so hard luck. You can turn it off when it comes up. If you're not interested, turn it off, but it's a good chat, so I'd recommend hanging around for it. So we got a lot of questions throughout the week off all our followers. And we'll just jump straight in. We actually have to, we got told if we miss this we are going to get absolutely killed, so we have to give Emma Dargan a big birthday shout out. So happy birthday, Emma.
Happy birthday.
We celebrated well.
You munter.
First question we got was from Robin Lawler, and if we were to pick a Kildare GA 5-side team, past or present players, who would it be? So I'm going to go goalkeeper, defender, 2 midfielders and a forward. Who would you go with?
Goalkeeper, one defender, 2 midfielders and a forward.
Maybe like a versatile player that can cover.
No, that I'm sticking 2 at the back, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, and a lad coming from the back that can join the attack. That's what I'm looking at. In goals, your man doesn't goals for the 98 team.
Christy Byrne.
Christy Byrne.
Or Enda Murphy. I was thinking between Enda Murphy or Christy Byrne. But
I'm going to go Christy Byrne.
Christy Byrne, yeah.
Yeah, right, Christy Byrne. At the back, I'd have to go clear defenders. Jesus. I'd have to go. Jesus. Mick Foley'd have to be in there. I'm not just saying that because he probably has the same haircut as us, but
I went Glenn Ryan.
But hang on, I have 2 defenders in mine.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Just give me a second. You asked me first. I'm going to get my part out. You can go after that.
Mick Foley, you're looking up to the whole of
I'm
the
not,
over 14
I'm
there.
not.
Keeping all the highlights.
Back to when he won the All-Star.
And his catch this
year. And he got in the Champions. Not to be careful.
Yeah, fair.
Then you have to go Glenn Ryan because just sick freak like.
Yeah.
Midfield, I'd have to go for Dermot Early, like, man was a sick freak. In fairness, I'd have to say that. And in the forwards, if you could just go from one season, no, not even one season, no, I'd have to go to the other right, but I'd have to go with fucking Johnny Dyle or something like that, because I was going to say Kavanagh, but he only had like a couple of good seasons. I kind of pissed off
on his day though. He's as good as anyone.
Wouldn't really be fair to just pick him though.
Yeah, I went Christy Byrne, Glenn Ryan, Dermot Early and Nuxer, Buckley, and then Johnny Dyle up front. But then I was thinking, if I wanted a bit of crack out of it, I might go like Tom Corley in goals. At the back then Ollie Lyons or something like that. At a bit of pace.
Bit of a queer choice, right?
Midfield Huey Lynch, big Huey Lynch.
Huey Lynch, some unit.
Darren Flynn, and up front Shawnee Johnson or something like that.
Shawnee Johnson.
So that's what we went with for. That's a tough question because
Kildare team was just odd. If you didn't have to say Kildare team, we just spit the 5-side GA team. We could have just went on for days.
Because you're picking from a lot of shit players, like.
No, there's a lot of good talent sprinkled in here, but a lot of,
we could just go with like the 98 team and pick the best out.
You're trying not to be weird either.
Other than that, just fuck all you can look about.
Thor O'Neill is definitely first sub off the bench though for that 5-side team. I'd have to say that here now. Just pure work rate, like.
Yeah, fact. Moving on, next question we actually got to ask this maybe last week and I never got around to it. It's after COVID, what would be the first sporting event you would like to go to?
It'd have to be if this was after we came out of COVID, if you know what I mean, or after lockdown, like. I'd have to say Punchestown, the Friday Punchestown on Ladies' Day is fucking the best day ever. That's a sporting event, lad.
Yeah, fair enough. You
think about the crack, like, didn't you go to the court after? Like,
why would you go Punchestown? You'd not like rather go like Aintree or Ascot or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like after COVID, how long is it going to take before we get to travel? So I'm being a bit more realistic. Like, much time's going up the road.
There's no COVID, lad. You're allowed to go anywhere.
Right, no. I'd have to go to Cheltenham then.
I want to go to like a New Zealand game down in like Eden Park or something like that.
Jesus.
Just
I was only a
Smitty, who asked the question, he's a good Leeds fan and he wants to go to a Premier League game in Ellen Road before they're...
You should go see United and Leeds. That'd be a really good game
before they're relegated again. By the time COVID's gone, let's hope they're not relegated again. Yeah, so we put up the poll then last week or during the week, and there was 3 or 4 people actually asked us to talk about festivals. So we're going to touch on them briefly. Obviously, we don't want to run too long as we have to chat with Gav later on. So we'll just get into it. What's your best acts or memories you've had from EP?
This is going to be weird.
In general, like,
it's going to be weird now. Stormzy at Longitude 4 years ago was one of the best acts I ever seen.
I watched it by myself.
Stormzy was absolutely class.
I lost you all, and I remember just at the back of like the arena, where like all the celebrities and all are, and I was just standing there, and I just turned around. It was Roz Purcell. I was like, well, what's crack?
That was the day you kissed Roz Purcell, wasn't it?
Yeah. Roz, if you're watching this, don't go telling it. I know you went around for a while denying it, but just own up. Like,
you don't kiss and tell.
Get over yourself, like. But yeah, I don't know what else. I think remember Tom Tripp on the Saturday of EP 2 years ago, and a lot of people wouldn't know him, and we were like absolutely dying, and we said, I was after listening to a few of his songs, and I was like, Gigs, you have to go to Tom Tripp, you have to. So we ended up going in. He was playing like such a shy time on a shy stage, and we went in like 1 o'clock, and we bought like 4 strawberry daiquiris in the Castle Bacardi stand. And it was like, what, €40 for 4 daiquiris or something like that.
Daily robbery.
It made us though, it absolutely crowned us.
Who else? Oh lad, I went to see Kanye West up in Marley Park before, and I was shy. I was actually shy. So I would not like to go see him at festivals open back up. Just to be more specific. Corona's live. We went to see Corona's live before. You didn't, me and Bose did. In Manly Castle, I think it was. That was good crack, in fairness. But like, of all the people, I don't know. Stormzy was good crack. Dizzy Rascal was good crack up in SE sessions there a couple of years ago. That was good crack too.
Oh yeah, you went up with the boys, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I can't really remember. Any of the proper good memories I have is like actually not even the acts anyway, so like, you know, it's the whole thing of getting into the campsite and just fucking getting drinking and set up and all that, and the pure excitement of it all. So just
being in a big group of people, I think. I wouldn't mind now shoulder or some random country and I get up to the front now.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me at all. I'd embrace that, I think.
No mosh pit. Yeah, so any act you'd love to see in the future at a festival in particular? Or?
If he came back, you know what I'm going to say? Paul Nutini would be fucking class.
Yeah.
If he came back in the future, if he said, after this COVID, like, I have to save people's lives, like, I have to make everyone happy again, Paul Nutini just comes back out.
Yeah, him singing Candy or something is the only thing that can stop COVID.
Last request would
in a big field.
You know, when you're standing there, you have to come to the realization that COVID's over and all the relief, and then he just plays last request, and you're like,
Sunday night piss and rain, like, and you just have Paul Nutini, and you don't even care what's going on, like. Yeah. Then we got another question in. Moving on from festivals, we got another question in. That what was the inspiration behind the podcast? I think it's just a matter of, boredom.
You just text me and I said, yeah, do it, and that was what it.
Like, I think we only talked about it once or twice before we actually said, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Like, and it was kind of out of boredom. And then I had got into podcast mad there just before Christmas. I was listening to about like 6 in a week or something like that, and then just got into them. I was like, I'd like to do something like that. So
I used to listen to a load of podcasts. I listen to fuck all now.
Yeah, just this
except for ours.
You should do the same. Any other podcast?
I just love listening to my own voice at home on a Sunday, and I'm fucking rage, and I look forward to this podcast.
Yeah. Then another question. I want to get into this quick because this was from which one? That one.
This is from Dick.
Yeah. This was from Richard Wall, Dick Wall. Some of you don't know, man. And this was, if you could fight one celebrity, who would it be?
I don't know. Who do I hate? I'd have seen someone I hate. I'd love to box the head off one of them Paul brothers. Them boys just wrecked my head.
Yeah, but you'd want to catch them from behind first. They're well able to fight that.
Now
I do like that little lad during the week on the video. Just go up behind him and just go like that and run away like. There's a little fucking Hulk like
celebrity. I think me and Jonah Hill would be some fight. Me and Jonah Hill would be some fight.
Jesus.
People in fair enjoy that. I reckon that'd sell tickets. So Jonah Hill, if you want to fucking scrap it out, man.
He has the hair
hit me
bleach
up.
now as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, facts.
I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
throw us in the Shepherd lives.
I don't know who I'd fight. I think I'd kind of pick someone that you like, just a massive big name that is like, I'd probably pick a fight or something, and if you got one slap, then fuck it, it's over, like, you know.
Mike Tyson would be some crack, just handbox that off and then go party with him.
Just to say you got a slap off him, like.
Like Alan from The Hangover.
Oh, that fuck! You know who actually? Katie Hopkins annoys me, so I'd probably box the head off.
I was going to say that, but I was going to say that, and I said I better not say it because like it sounded like I'm trying to bet a woman.
No.
So that I
Anyone,
bitched out.
all the feminists won't get ticket on now. They be like, oh, fuck that
He's
bitch,
hardly Kate Hopkins.
Yeah.
In fairness,
yeah, she's just a
she's a
clown,
cunt.
like, so,
I hate that word.
yeah, so we'll leave that. Any celebrities you'd fight and the reason behind them, sending them into us during the week. We'd love to hear
Just
them
go
and
mad.
the reasoning behind them.
No, I remember Hornswoggle in WWE. That'd be some fight.
Finley and
The little
Hornswoggle,
midget.
yeah, we'll tag team, me and you. Yeah. Hell in a Cell with the two boys there. So this got sent in by the next question got sent in by Barry Gray during the week, and he asked for our Lines 15 so far in Six Nations. Now, Six Nations for me has been a bit of a shit show from everyone at the moment, but I have went with, and this is actually, I had this wrote down before the weekend when he asked me, and then it's probably after changing a little bit, but I went with Wyn Jones, Jamie George, Tyke Furlong, Atoje and James Ryan, Tom Curry 6. I went with Hamish Watson 7, CJ Stander at 8. Then I had Gareth Davies in, but then obviously he didn't play this weekend, and I thought Hardy had a great game for Wales, so I went with him. I'm going to stick with Owen Farrell at 10 because I think he's obviously not the issue at England. Johnny May on the wings for me, and Louis Rees-Zammit. Centres probably go Jonathan Davies and Henry Slade or Gary Ringrose at 13, and then fullback probably Stuart Hogg.
Couldn't agree more, man.
Any input at all?
Input at all? That is class.
We'll stick when it comes to like asking the questions in, I'll stick to the rugby, and then if you have anything regards horse racing or anything like that, get on to gigs. Don't ask him about soccer because he's just
United. GGMU, brother.
all these tricky reds there. Yeah.
Clops flops, man.
Yeah, so that's Barry Gray, and you never actually sent me your team, and we could have had a bit of a debate about it. So
just vibed off each other, man.
Yeah. So we'll with that anyway. Unlock that there. We'll move on to the rest of them that are on Instagram. Are you any there?
Face recognition with a cunt to me there. What was it? We'll just go with this, just for the crack. I think you know everyone's answer. Well, this lad asked to stay anonymous. It's from around the Ballymore area anyway, just if anybody's wondering. Would you rather a massive ball sack and a tiny dick, or a tiny ball sack and a massive dick?
What are you going to do with a big ball sack? What are you? It's pure nuisance, like, definitely a big dick. 100%.
Yeah,
100 bags of cement with a big dick all day.
We're on the same page once again. There's a few here.
Anyone that disagrees with that, anyone that's going for the big ball sack, please give us a reason behind it. I could not think, and we actually said to a few lads during the week, and everyone just goes, what are you going to do with a big ball sack anyway? So just feel like it's just like, it's just definitely shouldn't be there. But
on the page itself, there's not that many.
Yeah, we had some
because there was the favourite primary school memories, but we covered school last week.
Yeah.
There was stories about this, but we can't talk about that. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Oh yeah.
Favourite lads holiday or weekend away with the boys. So I don't know if that means what would your ideal weekend away be, or tell us stories about when you were away with the lads.
What would be?
We'll go with the dream holiday with the lads. We'll go with that one because it's just easier.
Yeah. Jesus, it's a tough one.
Oh, I'll start then. You can think about it.
Vegas, baby.
I was just about to say it. I know it's a bit of like fucking cliche or whatever, but Vegas would be some crack.
Yeah.
Just go over €50 in your pocket for the night.
I'd love to go somewhere that they don't speak any English. Like you literally just go.
I hate that. I actually hate going to a country and like having to fucking dumb it
down. Yeah, well, what's the point of
going
going somewhere and every second person you meet is some English cunt or some Irish cunt? Like, where you love a bit of crack.
How many English and Irish people do you reckon you're going to meet in Vegas though?
No, I'm not saying Vegas. I'm saying like if you were to go like somewhere standard, like fucking Santa Ponza or Shagaloof.
I think
Shagaloof they used to call it in my day.
Shag fuck all more like.
Off them.
Get on!
I'm off the shagging for Lent, boys.
Oh Jesus Christ! I think we're a bit old to go with Ponza though.
Not by choice.
This
but
isn't
like
gonna make
I'm
the
comparing like people going to like fucking Marbella.
I'd love to go. I'd love to go.
Benidorm.
I'd love to go. Where is Wayne Lineker's place? I know he's a nonce, like, but
he got married, or
he did. He got engaged.
No. He had me fooled, the bastard. He had me shook to the core.
No, I think that'd have me go crack. I actually think it would be. I know he's fucking nonce, like, but it'd be good crack.
Yeah. But we know used to us.
I'd love to go.
Sure, he only goes for the fucking young ones that they look well over there. So I'm not going over there, big hairy belly just hanging out. I'm not getting free drinks off Wayne Lineker for that. Like
the Guck Lynn.
He sees me fucking doing the fucking tornado with the bottle there, and he's like, "I'll get him another one there."
He sees you attempt now. You have to see you actually do it.
Yeah. But by the time if I knew I was going there, I'd have practiced and I'd have nailed it. Like
go with the Guck, because apparently 60% of women prefer dad bods.
Yeah, 60% of women wear.
I don't know. Oh yeah. After that, I don't really know. I was looking at a lot of jokes on TikTok about what you should do on Irish road trips. I never realised like Ireland has some really nice spots. Like like you see people put up pictures in like different countries, and you're like, "Jeez, Ireland has nothing like that." So on this TikTok page, they give up like shit that you just never knew Ireland had. Like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but a lot of them like, they'd be class to go off. Like if you like went off like just camping around these different spots, like all these like mad caves and all that you wouldn't know.
I'd go for one day. I would like. And
then like, boy, you're not going with the boys either. Like so.
Come on, lads. Put your beers away. Put your hiking shoes on. Let's go.
There's an unreal old church up here. Let's go have a look at it. No thanks, mate.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, Vegas. I think Vegas is be standard enough. Like.
Yeah. I know everyone says that it's like a pure lads thing. It's like, oh, let us go to Vegas, all the boys.
Get fucked up. You'd be crying after the first night after losing all your money.
But it'd be good. Like it'd be great. Just say you did it, even if you didn't do any of the gambling or even stayed in a nice hotel. Right? Just say you went to Vegas.
I drove through it there.
Vegas and County Wicklow or something.
We're actually going to Hollywood next week.
Hollywood, that's right. Yeah. Going up camping in the trees.
We're going hiking next week, so the podcast will either be late or early.
We could do it in the woods.
Depends, like the signal in the woods. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. We'll try to document some. We're hoping to get in the next few weeks.
A day in the life.
Just videos.
My full day of eating. Just McDonald's all day. Who wants to see me attempt a 10,000 calorie challenge, or just me eat the
camera at the end of a tub of Pringles? Just slowly. There's more light coming in. So I just take
my tub of Pringles sees. It's just me chewing down through the can to get to the bottom because we had both.
The fingers like that at the top of it. Then in the next few weeks we hope to have a few more guests on. Obviously this week we have Gav on, and it's over a Zoom call, and we'll probably have to stay with that for the next few weeks, but if anything does change, we have a few people got back to us and said they'd be more than happy to do it, so we have them lined up and ready.
Oh, actually, I want to ask people, you seen the t-shirts on our Instagram page, the R14 t-shirt. If you've any interest, and not even for our own personal gain, like, it make no difference to us, it'd just be fucking fair good crack if people wore the t-shirts, like. But if you've any interest in it, let us know on the page, give us text, like, or whatever. And we have a few other things, like we're thinking we're doing, like fucking beer posies, maybe beanies and stuff like that, and tank tops, stringers for the boys and all that.
Yeah, we're just waiting on. We got a few samples, but they haven't got delivered yet, so we're just waiting on them. Hopefully they'll be with us early in the week, and we can just see what they're like and go from there. We're hoping to, obviously they'll be in any size available, and we'll be offering.
We cater for all sizes.
White, black, or grey ones. So let us know. They'll be in around probably 12 or 15 quid, like, so we'll look after you. Anyone locally that orders them, we can obviously drop them around, or there's no problem posting as well, like, so and then obviously after that, if there's enough interest, we can do a few other things like, you know, beer cozies or something cool like that. So we'll just have to see what they turn out like. Hopefully, fingers crossed and touch wood that they turn out alright. Yeah, but other than that, as I said, anyone that is watching and doesn't follow us on Instagram, head over to, it's at the R14 Podcast, and enter the giveaway and share it to your friends, and that there's going to be 2 prizes. First place will get €50 voucher with Chief Vintage Clothing, or the jumper that's in the post, and we'll get a t-shirt for them and one of their friends that they tag, and then second place will get a t-shirt as well and a beer cozy. So definitely get on that and keep sharing. And yeah, we're going to leave you with the interview with Gav Mc. Hope you guys like it. Anything at all during the week, please give us a shout through the Instagram. Oh shit, we missed.
Oh yeah,
we missed out on one question. We're going to leave you. We're going to leave you with food for thought for the week. Would you rather fight one bull-sized duck or 12 duck-sized bulls?
I personally think I kicked the shite out of all of them.
I
send them all at the one time.
Yeah, give me one bull-sized duck and 12 fucking.
I think them questions are class. Could you imagine like a 6'4" duck, like the size of balls, just going.
So yeah, we're going to leave you with that.
We might as well sign it off now.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks everyone again, and definitely get over to the Instagram. Get going and liking and sharing, and thanks in advance for everyone watching this week. And we're going to leave you with Gav Mac's chat and interview that we had during the week.
I'll actually in
relation to his video last week that he put up on his YouTube. Head over and like and share that as well. From he's a good mate. It talks, I think, something everyone can relate to, young people during COVID. So obviously get on that, and thanks again in advance, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.
Peace out.
See you later, freak.
Grand. Thanks for coming on first of all, Gav.
Thanks very much for having me. Over the moon to be here.
Yeah, technical difficulties at the start there, but hopefully we'll get up and running now.
Yeah, it sounds perfect there now. I can hear you spot on.
Right, grand, no bother. Yeah, sure. Look, for anyone that's watching and doesn't know, I'm sure a lot of people will. It's Gav Mc, Mac Daddy from Carlow IT. Good old Clare man studying in Carlow IT. Great to have him on. First guest we had on the podcast now.
Over the moon to be here, baby.
Good stuff, good stuff. Look, sure, we'll get straight into it. So, Gav, obviously you put your own YouTube video up last week after putting up a few polls up on your Instagram, just regarding COVID and how's it affected you. Just give us a bit of a reasoning behind, like, why would you put the video up now all of a sudden, like?
To be honest with you, the main reason why I did it is just because the first lockdown, it was grand, Joe. It was sunny, it was lovely, and it was new. Like it was just all brush over in a week or two. Second lockdown didn't really affect me then as well. It was grand. This lockdown now was really starting to like affect everyone, I think, and me as well. Like, and I'd be very thick-skinned and all, and it'd take a lot to get me down. But this one is taking its toll, obviously, as it has with everyone. But this one, I just thought the reason for the YouTube was just to show people that it's grand to feel this way and open up a bit and just talk about feeling shit during this shit time, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously I speak for like a lot of people that would know you and would be friendly with you, would know that, as you said, you are thick-skinned, happy-go-lucky kind of lad, probably take everything in your stride and not much would faze you. But you know, that's obviously when you put the video up last week, I think that's why it got such a good reaction, because it's people like that you love to be able to hear that, you know, that you were able to come out and say that yourself, you know, you're really struggling during this lockdown, and you know, even though you might be on as a person on Instagram or put across that obviously everything's good, happy enough, but like, you know, it's affecting, you know, a lot of people deep down, and some just afraid to show it more than others, like.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Like the response from the video is just through the roof. Like, because a lot of people are like, geez, it really hit home. Like, a lot of people said they felt the exact same way but couldn't relate to it. They didn't feel like they should feel shit, if that makes sense. You know, they felt they didn't have a reason to. But they said it's because I, like, as you said, like, try to take everything in my stride and not much would knock it out of me. But getting down over the last couple of weeks, you know, and they said it hit home to them that it is grand to feel shy, and it was a relief. It was a bit of a stress off their shoulders that, yeah, fuck it, we are in a shit time. It's grand to feel shy, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Talk to people about it and so on, do you know?
Yeah, I think obviously we were the same with our first video, like we put up, that was all about lockdown, because we wanted to give people something to relate to. Obviously, like, you know, you don't want to be like listening to like lads over in America or like England or whatever talking about so much and so forth, different circumstances, that we wanted to give something to relate to, you know, people our age that are going through the exact same thing in the exact same place as us, like. So that was one of the main reasons we wanted to start this podcast, you know, and give ourselves an outlet, something to do, and then obviously gives others something as well, like, you know, if they're going through a poor time too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I probably wouldn't even have my video up if it wasn't for you starting this. I thought about it for a while, but it was a real kick in the arse to get, like, this side of the country is showing that it is grand to feel shy and that we're all going through something. So thanks, Steve, for that as well.
No problem. We're here to help. Yeah, I think obviously, you know, like, there's obviously such a huge stigma around, like, you know, I think I speak like for young males and young females, but I think young males in particular, that they kind of feel embarrassed kind of to talk about like how they're feeling, like, you know, mentally. It's kind of like frowned upon or shown weakness, you know, if you want to be like the alpha male of a group, or that you don't really want to show it across. But I think it's more and more predominant now in the last year or so with COVID, that, you know, it's okay to feel shy and have to text a mate, say like, here, look, meet up for a chat or something like that, or a social distance coffee or something, say.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing. That's kind of one of the points. I'm not trying to force it upon anyone, but that's kind of one of the points of the video, is that, like, fucking hell, I definitely rather take the risk of getting COVID, even if I fucking wanted mates want to give me a hug because they felt shit, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't think people should feel this trapped feeling that they can't talk or relate to somebody just because we can't leave our house. Like, when your mates get called to the fucking window if you're that scared about COVID, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just to know that people will still go out for your chats and stuff like that. I think that my head would be fucking fried if I wasn't going out, even kicking a ball with the boys and just getting out and about.
Yeah.
That is the key to it, like,
I think
keeping your head straight and narrow anyway.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it obviously in your video also, that like, obviously you're very lucky to have the boys down in Carlow, to live with them, to have them as an outlet, but then also have a lot of friends at home back in Clare. Do you think, like, you know, it's just as important, the lads you live with, even though you're with them every day, like, they might be feeling shit, but they mightn't say anything because, you know, obviously you're in the house, and then you don't want to be with the lads up in Carlow so much that you forget about the lads at home. Like, do you feel like that's a big thing, like lads going off to college and people being stuck at home and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'd say it's a huge thing. Like, I obviously can't, like, this is just my thoughts on it. I don't know personally because I have Carlow and that. Like, I'd say, like, a few of my mates down here, and say even a few of my mates in Carlow only have the one place. I'd say they feel very trapped, and they, like, I have different mates, kind of, not even for different days, but, you know, like, I have different outlets. Say I want to go kick a ball with one of the boys, I want to go chill out with one of the boys. I like, have different groups, and I think that's what gets me through. But I feel not sorry, but I feel for people that only have, say, one dimension of friends or whatever. Like, it's tough. Like, it's very tough.
Yeah, 100%. Is there anything in lockdown that you like you picked up or started that you probably wouldn't have done if you didn't have this time or whatever on your hands, like?
Definitely the YouTube video and that, and skateboarding and that. Skateboarding I got big into there with the lads in college and stuff, and the Carlow skate park we go down every now and again. It's over there by KFC. Like, it's just something to do, something different. Like,
oh, that's handy for you beside KFC.
We're not even allowed to play fucking soccer now, like, you know. So just something different than just fit in with the hair somewhere. I have to find someone that will take me on board with this hair, like.
Yeah, you couldn't be reading books with a mullet like that, like.
Oh, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'll be thrown out of the library anyway.
Anything you'd like to start maybe in particular before lockdown is over, or anything on the bucket list before we get out of this funk, say?
Well, YouTube, and there's been a few people onto me about the podcast and stuff. So I want to try cement that, like, you know, try get that going. Try get it structured. Try get better editing and stuff like that. And surfing as well. Surfing will be it's big on my bucket list to get going. I don't know what it is about it. I just love to, but I do live 40 or 50 minutes away from the beach as well, so with 5K and shit like that. Where there's a will, there's a way, I suppose. It'll be only just me on the surfboard.
Yeah, I'd say no better man to fucking find a way anyway.
Stop. Start walking now, so
obviously a lot of people, I think everyone that knows you will know that you, and as you called yourself in your video, a social butterfly. A big social butterfly at that. You know, I think is like the nights out in Carlow and college this time of the year. Are they the ones you're missing most? Obviously, because last year, you know, we would have had the night out after the Sigerson final, and obviously Rag Week as well, which was a huge loss for everyone this year. Like, you know, is that what you're missing most about college, or is it the academic side of it?
I do miss going in to do a few tests and finance and stuff like that.
I'd say you do.
I love to stimulate my brain, you know, but no, definitely big time. The nights out, like, you know yourself, you were there with me in Sigerson and all them finals, like,
yeah,
they're just fucking class. Like, it's the best time of the year for college just after Christmas. It starts to get sunnier. You know, it starts to get sunnier, there's less clothes being worn, it's just fucking a great time, like.
It's loose.
I'd say you're feeling a big time now as well, like, you know.
Sure, look, we got a good night out there before Christmas, but you know, definitely missing it now, definitely due another night out, regardless of this COVID crack, I think.
Oh, 100%, yeah. But yeah, no, the sports as well, like all the big nights out there linked with sports, like they're two different social outlets mixed together. Do you know what I mean? There'll be lads that have never played sport before but love going on the beer, and then you'd meet up with the lads that play sports, and it's just class to be around. Like, it's just like, literally, as cringy as it sounds, it's all different walks of life going on the beer together. It's just fucking class. Like,
yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, no.
You'd have your Kilkenny senior hurlers there drinking with the lads that have never touched the ball in their life. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just great to be around.
A few rugby muckers thrown in there as well, like.
Oh yeah, and of course you'd have Michael Connor there as well. He's always in the mix.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, they don't know what they are. They don't know what they are, them lads. Yeah, so that's really about it. Like, obviously you're saying that you want to put a bit more structure into your videos, give yourself an outlet for the next few weeks, maybe months. Hopefully it's not too long. Just give it all a platform. And really, are you going to be like, are your topics going to be directed mainly at like how you're feeling and how you feel other people are feeling around you, and, you know, just covering like important topics, say, like.
Yeah, that's along the lines I want to start going into, say, like, talking about everything, Joe, sports, fucking talk about relationships, talk about fucking OnlyFans, everything. I want to talk about everything over time, but I think for here and now, even just to hit home with people and just show that I'm more than just a fucking bit of a messer as well, you know, just to show that we're all feeling this, and Joe, it is grand to feel shite and all, and just I want to kind of get the here and now for the time being, but progress onto more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I get you. Look, Gav, it's been a good old chat. Good catching up with you, lad.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure. So it has.
We'll get you on again, hopefully. When you hit it big, when we both hit it big, we'll get on each other's poddies and see how we go.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'd love it so much. And sure, we might have a social distance beer in the future.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
near future, hopefully.
Oh, hopefully sooner rather than later, should they say.
Oh, 100%. Especially with that weather outside, couches outside, 2 meters, perfect.
Unreal, have it sorted. Anyway, Gav, thanks for coming on. Been an absolute pleasure, lad. We'll get you a podcast t-shirt sent out there in the next week or two.
Oh, fucking unreal. If that t-shirt could talk, I'm telling you, lad, you'll be famous.
Oh, lads.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
All the best, lad. Best of luck. Thanks for coming on again.
All the best. Thanks very much. much.
All my regards to the boys in the house as well.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Young Felipe, never been concerned about the he say, she say. Look at my bigger, can you see it's my B-day. Every day, all day, but I do not eat cake, and I do not see hate.